We're here in a shallow bay of a large lake with Magic Waters Lodge. We ran up a river, beautiful, beautiful course through the mountains, and now we're gonna be sight fishing for browns and rainbows. The water is quite shallow here, and you can actually spot the fish. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drift down, row a little bit, and just look for fish. So we're not gonna just blind cast, we're gonna actually look for fish cruising and drop a dry fly with a nymph hung underneath it, see which one they want.
Fish away. Fish away, Tom.
I'm looking for fish. How fast strip?
Not much. I
Like
mean, just
that?
a little pop, whatever you like.
Yeah.
I like to move the rod just straight up when I move it, but
Oh, there's another fish.
yeah, you see that? Did he come swirl at it or something?
Or
under it?
I think he spooked from the boat.
Yeah. Pop it, let it sit, pop it, let it sit. Ooh. Oh, there you go. Very nice.
He
Oh,
missed
no.
it.
You gotta set up, Tom, when you set. Yeah, don't go setting sideways or you'll pull it out of their mouth a lot of times. Okay, he's cruising up. That's a big one. There he is. Nice hit. Oh no, you pulled it out of its mouth and then you got the nymph.
Yeah.
Outlandish.
Oh, he's off.
Oh. Just kind of keep throwing leftish. Keep going over the dark spots, Tom, and then just skate it about. See if something appears.
And it happens again. The fish ate the nymph on its way up to eat the dry.
There's something
There's
coming.
another one. Oh, he missed the dry. Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he ate the nymph. He missed the dry and he came back and ate the nymph. Wow, that was cool. Unless I foul hooked him, I don't know.
No.
Did you see that though? He bumped the dry, and then he must have...
He might have had the nymph in his mouth already when he did that.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
Oh.
They'll eat the nymph and then they just keep coming up for the dry.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty amazing. A rainbow.
It's a pretty good one, Tom.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Looks like a rainbow.
Yep, rainbow.
Yeah, it's a pretty fish. Very
Yeah.
pretty fish. Great quality fish. Right on the nose.
Wow.
Beautiful fish, Tom.
Thank you, Jose.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That was pretty amazing. That fish ate the nymph. I didn't see the eat, and then came and ate the dry. I knew he missed the dry because I saw the dry still there, but I set the hook, or I tightened up, and there he was on the nymph. So apparently that fish had eaten the nymph first and then gone for the dry. Pretty greedy fish here in Patagonia.
As the guides are getting the shuttle set, Tom steps in the river and comes tight quickly.
Nice fish. That was really pretty. That brown trout was out in this softer water, this inside seam, a little bit deeper water. And you know, one thing you want to do when you're fishing a big river like this is remember the spots that you caught a decent fish in. For instance, that fish was in kind of a slow, soft inside edge, a little bit deeper water. I fish through this faster water. Sometimes the fish will be in here. Didn't see anything. Caught one out there. So as we're going downstream, I'm gonna look for spots like that where there's an edge, a drop off, and fairly slow water on the side. Normally, I'd want a net when I was fishing by myself, but the guides are shuttling the boats, and I decided to come upriver and just fish a little bit while they're taking their trailers down below. And I didn't have a net, and I caught that fish. And you know, luckily, I had some nice shallow, slow water in here that I could lead the fish into, keep it calm, wet my hands, take the fly out, and then gently release the fish. This scenario is why I love dry dropper fishing. It's morning, it's early, the water is very cold, so I put on a big dry fly and a nymph, figuring the nymph is going to be the effective fly, right? Because the fish aren't going to rise for a dry fly in this cold water. But lo and behold, that big brown trout came up and ate the dry fly. I fully expected to get that fish on the nymph, but he didn't. And if I hadn't had a dry dropper rig on, if I was just nymph fishing in here, I might not have caught that fish. So why not use both and see which one the fish prefer?